that you say. Sometimes it's very hard. I encounter people and I'll try my best to speak life into a person and they'll just be like, nope. Matter of fact, I did it to somebody today. It's a young man. He was, we had summer camp at my church today. This was the last day of it. And this young man got pulled to the side. He had to go sit out and take a time out because he wasn't receiving instructions very well. And it just so happened that the time I was in my room where I was. So I was like, oh, what's going on, brother? What's happening? And I was like, do you know that you're, I said, you know what? Just because you got corrected doesn't mean that you're not loved. We love you. I said, yes, we do. And I went through, I love you. He wouldn't even say anything. He was just, I said, your father loves you. Your mother loves you. Your sibling, every time, your siblings love you. And I said, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And you're going to do great things. I said, you're a genius. He just wouldn't receive it. He wouldn't speak anything. He would just keep shaking his head, no. And imagine if that's not corrected, what happens when that youth grows up into an adult. Mm-hmm. What does that adult begin to do now? Because if I can be honest about how I was as a preteen, I had to catch myself. I was a full-blown teenager when this happened. But because, and I'm about to talk about this last year, so this might sound familiar to like 3 of you who were here last year, but because I was told when I was a teenager that the type of black man that I was unique and it was different and there weren't a lot of me out here, I began to believe it. And so when I actually encountered another young black man that was as successful, if not slightly more successful than me, because he was a couple years older than me, I was like, dude, like, go ahead, get out of here, man. Like, I was like, it's my block. Like, I'm the only one. Like, and I had to catch myself like, oh wow, like I can't be that guy. I can't be that guy that repels someone who's like me. We need to work together, right? But I had to catch myself because I knew who I was. But if you don't know who you are, you're gonna continue to be in that mindset of nope, I can't stand to be in the same room as somebody who's more successful than me. This is supposed to be me on this block right here. Nobody else can have this. You're going to hear a little bit about that later in Act 3 or 4. But that's the type of mentality that you have to overcome at a young age by getting this like constant reinforcement, positive reinforcement. Otherwise, you'll grow up into an imbalanced adult. And unfortunately, we see a lot of that in society. I could go somewhere even higher, but I'm going to keep it in society in general. Rosie.
So I'm starting to see a develop